Hello, everybody. Good morning. Happy Sunday to you. I am the Phenomenal Sir, and today we're going to be coming at you with something a little different. We are going to be running the first ever, hopefully the first of many, Jank Bros Retro Race event. We are going to have 4 people competing for camaraderie, prizes, and, just general Jank love. And your racers today will be Darth Terrell, Gustavo Shrapnel, Splangy Live, and Quex PRPG. And now let's jump in. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? I believe this is live. Give me 1 second to make sure there's no lag on my end. Hopefully not. Hopefully Twitch doesn't ban me until after the race is over. Nope, there it is. It's running. So I see some people are already jumping in to watch you guys. So this is going to be fun. All righty. I got my dashboard up if there's a problem, if I need to suddenly smite someone, which I doubt will happen. And all right. So just so everybody's clear, I want to go over it again. We're going to be starting on Dragon Spirit, the new legend. The parameters are you have to beat level 5 and you have to be in Blue Dragon mode. That doesn't mean that you have to not get power-ups. It means that you have to be playing on normal difficulty. The first leg of the race is going to end when you defeat the 5th boss. So when the 5th boss blows up, you hear the boom, you can switch to the second game. Second game is going to be Super Mario Brothers 3. The parameter is to beat the entirety of World 1 as small Mario. That includes the card house and the mushroom houses. You do not have to get the white mushroom house. You have to get the ones that are like set on the board. If you want to do the white mushroom house, you can. I'm not going to be upset with you. If you get a power up, you have to KYS. you have to take the easy way out. If you get Big Mario by accident, you got to die. You cannot play to the end of the stage and then take a hit at the end, which I don't think anybody would do, but I have to clarify it. So sound good for everybody? Oh, and Mario Brothers, the second leg of the race ends when the king gets the wand. So any questions? Everybody good?
How do I crouch?
How do you crouch? Just hold down and left.
I was talking about Dragon Spirit.
Hold down and left.
Okay.
So, okay, well then if everybody is good, let me check. My timer is working. I'm going to let Rocket count down, and he is going to say 3, 2, 1, go. And on go, everyone's going to start. So when you're all on the title screen and ready, Splangy, we're still on your full camera. There you go.
We're here.
All right. So when everybody is ready. Okay. We don't want to spend too much time counting it down, or it'll go back to the cinematic for everyone. So why don't we say 3, 2, 1, and there are 3, 2, and then you press start to get to the title screen, and then go and go. Okay. Sound good?
All right. On everybody's mark. Is everybody ready? Oh yeah. Yes. Okay. On the count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
All right, and they are off.
Rolling, baby.
There we go. And I am over in the commentary channel waiting for Rocket Sauna. And we have a confirmed race. There we go. Oh, and Quex is already in the settings. Do I have a rocket? I have a rocket.
It took me a second.
So we've got some early jank already. Quex did not have the controller set up, so she is trying to get it to start.
Oh, no.
But we've got Darth Terrell as the 3-headed green dragon, as does Gustavo. They're both going into the first boss battle. Splangy is having an issue. Let's get the sound going on Splangy. See what he's saying. he had a problem as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Let's see. Splangy is off.
Was much closer.
So Gustavo and Darth are pretty much neck and neck. Splangy is making good progress. He's flirting with disaster on that that pedestal, but he got past it. He's going white dragon. Oh, took a hit. And then
I guess they hit A.
Quex is trying to figure out how to get the game to go. So we're gonna.
Okay.
I think we can give Quex a little mulligan on that, can't we? When she actually starts, she starts at 140.
You just got to embrace the jank, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the group.
Oh no, is Splangy out again?
Splangy died.
Oh man, this jank race is full of jank.
Okay, oh, I've seen this game before. Okay. Oh wow, this is very flashy. I don't know about this.
Oh, she says it. She says that the flashes are getting her.
Oh no.
On the power ups. Oh, she died. So in the top, I'm looking at our two guys on the top, Darth Terrell and Gustavo, and I'm having a really hard time telling which one is ahead right now. They are pretty much neck and neck. I want to say Darth might be like a second ahead of him just based on the cinematic, but I'm not sure. I gotta go into Quex's stream and let her know she's in Gold Dragon mode. She's got to restart. Let's see. So tell me, Rocket, why did you choose these two games for the first race?
Well, see, this was supposed to be a jank race, so my feeling was that if we came in with an auto scroller, I mean, what's more jank than doing a race with an auto scroller? I mean, essentially, if everyone starts at the same time and they've all practiced, they should all get out at the same time, so to speak. So I'm not really surprised to see Darth Terrell and Gustavo neck and neck right now. What's your take on that?
I think we have a nice cross section here. I'm switching over to Darth and Gustavo's audio now. I think we have a good cross section here because we have two people that are basically known for speedrunning. Oh, we got a commercial break. I didn't plan for this. Gustavo, damn you.
Oh, I forgot to tell him to turn the ads down. It's probably, it could be something to do with multi-stream too.
It's okay.
That's all right. It'll come back.
It'll come back. We'll know. But we've got two people that are basically known for speedrunning, and they are both obviously have practiced. And then you have two people that kind of wanted to go into this blind as like a fun thing. I mean, Quex just bought the game 20 minutes ago on her Switch.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
Because she just wanted to be part of the race, so she's in it. She's in it for fun. Splangy is in it for fun. She did, but she is in Gold Dragon mode. So I sent her a message telling her she needs to not be in Gold Dragon mode. I think she's reading it now. But that's part of the joy of the jank, right? Is
you got to embrace the jank.
Chainsaw says turn Rocket up a bit. I will do that. Let's see. There you go. How's that?
Headphones up.
I've got you at maximum speed. So we've got. So looking at it now, we've got Darth. Oh well, he was using the ghosts, but Darth is now on Pink Dragon. Gustavo's going 3 heads. He's got the Blue Dragon, so he took a hit somewhere. I didn't see when it happened. It must have been during the commercial break. But he took a hit somewhere because he's in Blue Dragon now. Once they, it
looks to me like sorry, carry on.
I was gonna say the trick with that Pink Dragon, you have to be careful because it feels like an upgrade because it's got the rapid fire, it's got increased speed. But as you can see, when it runs out, you see what happened to Darth. It kicked him back to regular one-headed Blue Dragon mode. So it's a temporary big power up, but at the end, it ends up dropping you back to a lower level of strength. So, what were you gonna say, Rocket?
So I think right now, looking at it, it looks like Terrell might just be a step ahead of Gustavo here, and not much. Like I'd say maybe a third of a screen ahead.
Yeah. Looking at their little frame counts in the bottom, they're within 100 frames of each other on gameplay wise. So if they are
So what we
not,
see is accurate.
yeah, what we're seeing is an accurate representation of how close together they are. Let's see what Splangy and Quex are up to.
And exclamation point, sir. And that will
Quex
take
is
you
Quex
to
is
the
just having
Canada
fun,
Sirs.
but that's good. It's a fun thing. It's supposed to be fun.
Rocky's
Huzzah!
coming too.
Huzzah! Yeah, I got him straight,
Okay, you
Chainsaw.
can check out the
Splangy's
game. I don't know if he's
going
streaming it,
up
so they
towards the
they
end
might
of
not
level
see
1
anything on our
now.
stream. But that's
So
it.
he's
Phenomenal Sirs.
about to get into the first boss
So
fight.
I should have moved that off just
Darth
so I can
just finished the
help
first boss
people.
fight,
Yeah.
and Gustavo
These things come after you
should
fast.
be
Kill him!
killing the
Kill him!
or
Kill him!
second boss.
Kill
I'm
him!
sorry, and the second boss is
Kill
down for
him!
Gustavo.
Avoid
There we go. Look like Gustavo's got him.
Avoid whatever the hell
So
those are.
let's look at the
That
time
feather is gonna
for
hurt me. Don't
the
hurt me,
start. It
feathers.
looks
Feathers.
like Darth might have
Yep,
made
feathers
about
do
a
hurt.
10-second
Those
lead
are
on him right there,
feathers,
just
yeah.
looking at when they started in the jungle.
Oh, game over. It's a pity. You're dead.
Still anyone's game.
Yeah. And that's the thing,
You
is
never
this
know when the jank will strike.
yes, and that's the thing, is that these levels, we are getting Quex's audio because I'm cycling between people, Joey, so that you can hear a little bit of what everybody's saying as they're going. Oh, Quex died again. She's down again. Sorry, I'm trying to juggle between my chat asking questions and what we were saying, Rocket. So what were you asking me?
I have no idea.
It
looks good. It looks good.
It looks good. It's a game. They're playing it. Chainsaw says, my money's on Quex. It was a tricky tactic of her to let the others get a head start, but it was probably a smart strat. I just don't understand.
Absolutely was a smart strat.
Yeah.
This is just like Mario Kart. She's letting everybody else get ahead so she can get the good power-ups, and then she's going to come and sweep through at the end.
Yep. And that's what I was going to say, is that the trick is that, a lot of the first game is, it's an auto-scroller. So a lot of it is just basically you're on rails and there's not a lot you can do other than die to slow yourself down. It's really only when you get to the bosses and when you take damage or when you die that you see any type of a difference in time. So it doesn't feel like a normal speedrunning game, but it's actually very interesting because there is such a small bit of room for error, like essentially one hit can be the difference between you having Fire Dragon and two-shotting a boss and having Blue Dragon and it taking 9 hits.
Maybe I can just avoid.
Well, and looking at the style and race, I think originally when we discussed this, we had said that we wanted to have, something that was kind of a janky game, and then something that was maybe more of a classic game, or something that is less janky, but maybe with some janky rules or something like that.
Right.
And I think throwing an auto scroller into a race was a real good, way to. Oh no! It looks like Terrell just took a hit there.
Oh, just like that, Gustavo is in the lead.
Wow!
It kicks him back just a little bit, but it also sets him back to base power. And Gustavo, I got to be completely honest, I'm not a pro gamer by any stretch of the imagination, but what Gustavo's got right now is, I think, the ideal setup for this run. Is you've got the 3-headed green dragon, which the flames do the most damage of any move. There are a couple of bosses where if you have the little ghosts, you can park the ghosts inside the enemy and just essentially like insta kill them, but they're not going to be fighting any of those bosses. So
I know I've been watching both of them do a little bit of practice on this week, and I caught Terrell there. He was actually going past what our race was because he's just enjoying the game, eh?
Yeah. And that's something that I did notice, that he was like, that's the race, let's keep playing. Which is kind of what we wanted to happen, right? Is to have people play something new and realize, hey, I like this.
I saw a game last night that I'll private message you later, but I think we got some more ideas coming up for future months here as well.
Heck,
I know February is pretty much set now, and we'll announce that on the 1st, but Yeah, we're still planning in the background here. We're ready for a whole year of this.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's going to be
Prepare for jank.
it's yes, and there's going to be some months where we focus more on classic stuff. There's going to be some months where we lean more into the pain. I think we kind of tried to ease people in a little bit on this, but I think
Well,
that
you don't
it's
want to pull all stops for the first one.
no, you don't want to
scare them all off.
you don't want to scare people away. Splangy took a game over there. He's still on the volcano level, um, but he is making progress, and you never know. Darth is still on the jungle stage. I'm surprised. I think the spider webs are kind of messing him up a little bit, which is something he had said. He had said before that he forgets that he can't touch things. You know, like the wall. Sometimes the walls are damaging in this game, and sometimes they're not. And he was having some trouble keeping track of which walls would hurt him and which ones would not. Oh, Gustavo took a hit.
Oh, geez.
There goes his coast to the finish with the green dragon.
Yeah, like I say, I came into this blind for doing the commentary, which was sort of a choice in the last week. I could have taken a chance and played this game and got the hang of it, knew what I was talking about. But I felt like coming in blind and having just watched the runs in this would be just a little more fun as far as, being in the spirit of jank here.
Yeah.
But I do think I'm going to pick this up next week and play some of this, though.
I would love to watch you play that because I think it's a fun game. I mean, I had a Nintendo like most kids, and I am not known for my patience. That's not a new thing. I was not a patient child either, so this is one of the few games that never really frustrated me. Like I don't think I ever beat the normal mode of this game as a kid. Oh, Darth takes a death on the boss.
Oh
no. But it's just fun to play. It's just fun to like zip around and be a dragon and blow shit up. So
well, it's a bit of a spin on the auto scrollers that are always spaceships. I mean, it's not to say that I don't have some love for shoot 'em ups. I always talk about how bad I am at those games, but I do play a lot of them still, and I feel like so many of them are space themed. To have something like this where you've kind of got like a medieval crossover with the dragons there, like it's just a little more fun,
Oh yeah, and it's interesting. It's interesting because we actually had some questions come up about this game because a lot of people were saying like I've never heard of this game. I know a couple of people, Splangy was one of them, had found another version of this game that was like an arcade version that is very different, and apparently they tried to market this as a sequel, but it's it's not a sequel. It's just a remake of the arcade version. So, oh no.
Interesting.
Darth,
oh geez, Terrell's taking some hits there.
Yeah, Darth just took 2 consecutive hits, and that's going to really hurt him because at this point, I don't think he can kill those spores before they get past him, so he just has to dodge.
He's doing great with the dodging there.
He is. Oh, and he has completed level 3. Gustavo is depowered.
The boss for 4?
That's the boss for 4. He has lost his power-ups. He's 1 hit from death. This is not a fun boss to fight as a blue dragon because he does have some weird little explodey moves and things. But if Gustavo can hold on to it,
he's holding it together.
Yeah, he's just pacing himself. Oh, now that looked like a hit. Look at him. You could see from his reaction there. He thought for sure he was hit.
That was sweaty. But he made it.
Let's see. I'm going to just let Quex know something real quick. There. And I saw somebody did something here. Shock and Awe 0305. Thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated. Joey N Gaming tells me that you love auto scrollers. Well, well then you're going to love this, and you're going to love what we've got coming up next, because this is going to be probably the only time you see a race where you have to play the auto scrolling level 1-4 in Mario. Is it 1-4 or 1-3 is the auto scroller? think it's
1-4.
1-4. Yeah. So you're going to get to see that one today.
And fun fact about that level, if you collect all the coins in that one, you get the white mushroom house. And although that's not a requirement of this race, I have a feeling we might see some swag by some of the runners here.
Possibly. Darth had expressed an interest in throwing that one out there, but I don't know. He may be trying to make up some time now. Splangy is making a good effort on Volcano Boss now. He says he thought he had won. I jumped in just in time to hear Splangy say, "I thought I won."
Fuck you, man. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh. Which this comes back to what we were saying before was, this is you have a couple of people that came into it and they said this is going to be fun. I'm not going to practice it. I just want to enjoy this. I want to support the community, and we appreciate that. And you got a couple of people that you can kind of see their differing strategies with how they practice the game. So
now it looks to me like Gustavo and Terrell are both on the same level now.
They are actually on stage 5. Gustavo is about to go up against the final boss. Darth still has a little bit of the level left to go. This is the boss that's going to cause people some issues if they are not practiced in the game, because this boss is actually on the ground for the first part of the fight, but all of its little babies are at your level, so you have to switch between, and that's end of Dragon Spirit for Gustavo. You have to switch between aerial shots and ground shots to be able to effectively manage that boss. So Gustavo is on to Mario Brothers 3. Terrell is on his heels.
He got a quick swap there.
He did.
Definitely a quick swap.
He had it set up and ready.
He was not taking any time for the jank.
No. And he is on his way. Oh,
and he hit the pit. We love pits.
Pit strats.
We love pits.
So Darth, if you can't hear Darth's audio right now, I've got him pulled up, and he is currently stressed a little bit because he was Tiny Dragon, and he was hoping for something that would make him bigger. He got what he needed. He got two extra heads back to back. So if he can just avoid a hit, he should be able to finish this boss off. Actually, you know what? It won't matter as I'm saying that, because this boss, you kill him with the bombs. So having the green dragon won't really help him. It's just the extra shots, because the game does count. If you can space your bombs to hit multiple bombs, hit a target, it does count as multiple hits. So at this point, he just needs to not do that.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Those shifting background, or the shifting terrain around the outside sure looks difficult to ride around.
Oh yeah, and that's actually one of the reasons that I really liked stopping at World 5, was because that's right when the game starts to get kind of mean. The level after this one in Dragon Spirit actually has parts where you're going through similar setups like this, where there's like jagged walls that will hurt you, but it actually speeds up and slows down the scrolling.
Oh, nasty.
Yeah, so when I play it, I've played it on just to show off the racing a little bit. I'm not a patient person, so I've played through to 6 without taking any damage, and then get to 6 and get a game over.
I hear that.
Darth. Oh, ouch.
Oh, man.
So the trick there is he was hanging back too much. There are spaces in Dragon Spirit where you got to be a little more aggressive and push forward on the screen, or you will get messed up. And he just ran into that. Splangy is up to the jungle.
Just took level 3 in SMB3. He's doing the mushroom house right now and about to lead into 1-4 presumably. Yes.
Absolutely.
It looks like Splangy's up against the spider boss, Terrell's up against the spider boss here.
Yep.
We got Splangy in the jungle level now. Is this level 3 he's in, or 2?
This is level 3, and Quex just defeated the boss of the tutorial, so she is in Blue Dragon mode now. I think there was some confusion about the modes on that one, but that's okay. So everybody is now on track. I mean, I'm watching Gustavo do this auto scrolling stage, and he looks pretty relaxed. He looks. I mean, obviously none of them are in the chat together right now, so they don't really know. They don't really know how quickly they're making it through this. They're all, they're all muted and everything in their own little chat. So, for all he knows, Darth's already done. But
he's got some pretty good confidence there. He's definitely not looking like he's sweating right now.
Yeah. And that's 1-4 down. So he's got what? Card House, Mushroom House, and 4 stages left. He's got the fort, the castle, and 2 stages.
I'm curious to see if he goes for the extra lives or if he just burns it. He does.
He
goes for the 2 up.
Yep.
Which
is good, because one of the things, this being small Mario, if you get into a death spiral on this, you game over. You got to start over. So
that is true.
I mean, he could. I'm not saying. I don't want to say. I don't want to say he could easily do it, but it's not impossible that one of these runners could get all the way to the end of Mario 3, and then have to start over.
Looks like Terrell's entering SMB3 now.
Yep. Splangy's doing a pretty good job of avoiding the enemies. I don't think he's got the firepower to be able to defeat those little hives, so he's just kind of having to dodge, but he's doing a good job of it. And there goes Darth with the easy peasy 1-1.
Looks like Splangy just took a hit there. He was doing so good with those webbed enemies there as well.
He was. He made me a liar. I was saying how good he was doing. So, what for you, Rocket, what are you hoping to get from these races? What are your hopes and dreams for the Jank races moving forward?
Well, I mean, ultimately, best case scenario is we blow this up and I can buy a yacht at the end of it. But grounding myself in reality, I just hope to bring the community together and we can, just have some fun and get some people playing games they might not normally play, and playing games in modes and ways that they wouldn't normally race.
Right.
The idea of this was to shake it up a bit and have it so that this isn't the way that people would normally go. You wouldn't normally use the mushroom houses. You wouldn't normally go through the card games and that sort of thing. Like it just kind of messes with. Oh my gosh! The card game. I didn't even consider that. I just saw Gustavo go into the match game there.
Yeah, that was.
He's really taking everything.
Yeah, he's going for it. He's taking the 100% very seriously here. But I agree. I think that the main, the big thing is we want people to kind of come together now. Obviously, all 4 of these people are members of the Jank Bros, and they all are aware of each other. But I don't think that this group of 4 people has ever done something together, other than possibly like Stardew Valley with Splangy and Quex. So it's nice to see people kind of doing events together. I don't know. Maybe was Gustavo in the races yesterday with you guys?
I do not remember if he was.
Gustavo takes a death in the he's going for the ship too. He is really going for every single little thing. He took a death on the ship. I didn't even think about that.
Well, the good news is playing in this mode, if you take a death. Oh, look at that. I didn't see if Gustavo got the white mushroom house, but it looks like Tyrell did as he said he would, and picked the white mushroom house there too.
Oh.
When he said 100%, he wasn't joking.
Thank you, Calrea. Hello, Hippie. Appreciate you both. Which, that's they're following the spirit of it.
Well, look, he got the 2 up as well. I love to see people matching it up on the match game there.
Splangy, I think there was a miscommunication. Splangy just restarted. I think he thought that he could not use a continue on that one.
Oh no.
Oh yes. I don't know if I should tell him now. It might just upset him.
Yeah. looking at the game here, it looks like Gustavo has finished. We're just waiting for the wand to hit the king's hand.
Yep. And that is 26-27 for Gustavo. Well done, Gustavo. We've got Terrell moving towards the end. Let me jump in and congratulate Gustavo real quick. Let him know that he has done a great job. I don't want to go into the group chat and then them all hear everything and it be a distraction. But there we go. And I think he's gonna just keep playing. Look, I think he just got the message that he won. There he goes. So Splangy, we need to give Splangy a heads up that he needs to not be doing continues, or we'll be here for a long time. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry, what were you saying? You were breaking up a little bit.
My tin can that was attached to the string there. Sorry, I'm doing the best I can here.
No, thank you, Quex. I messaged and let him know.
I'm still here, guys.
Sorry, Quex is asking, should she let... Anyway, what were you saying, Rocket?
It looks like we got Terrell going into the last boss here.
Yep.
The airship there, rather. Yeah, it's all coming together now. I think it looks like Quexp has dropped out there. I know that Dragon Spirit is definitely one that'll be up taking it for a first play.
Yeah. I've got Splangy's audio pulled up. Splangy said, "Oh, thank you so much, American Dweem. Welcome in." Splangy is saying that he will not quit. He will finish this race. So that's a shame, but I think that he is solidly in third place there, and he will at least know that he gave it his all. He if anything, he went harder in the paint than any of them because he refused to use continues.
All right, looks like wand is in hand, so just waiting for it to touch the king here.
Yep. I'm gonna get our boy up. Darth Terrell 85. I missed his exact time. I'm gonna say it was 29:46, 45, something like that.
Sounds good to me. I think it was probably 45 because I looked at the screen and said 46 and the wand was already in hand.
And he's just gonna keep on playing.
Not right now, please. Chainsaw Bear says it's 29.69.
29. That sounds accurate. All right, so we've got Gustavo is taking a little breather. Darth is just gonna keep on playing at this point, and
he's going for extra credit here. This isn't homework, sir.
No. Splangy, I honestly, I like what Splangy's got going on here with his little strategy. I don't know if you've been watching him, but he doesn't really know where the stuff is coming from. So he was just alternating between A and B because you can't do both. So he was literally like bomb, shoot, shoot, bomb, shoot, shoot, bomb, shoot, shoot. Just so that he would be ready.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it pays off.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's definitely in the running for third. So
looks like Quex was changed over to SMB3 just to finish it out there and have some fun with it.
Yep, this
is what we like to see. This is ultimately I want to see everybody having a good time.
Absolutely. But yeah, I think this was a good. Obviously, there was jank. There will always be jank because that's life. But I think this was a good little starting race, and like you were saying, the real goal is to get people to run stuff. We've got a lot of jank bros that they like to speed run, they like to do races, but it's a lot of the same stuff that you see. You know what I'm saying? You don't see a lot of the games that you and I have identified as race games. Um, some of the games I think I was putting on our list you had never even heard of. I definitely hadn't heard of some of the ones that you were suggesting. We have way more than we could possibly go through in a year, doing two races at a time. But that's part of the fun, right? Is trying to find those perfect games that everyone can, enjoy equally.
Well, I've got a good shake-up for March here too. I think that we're going to throw something in that may never have been in a race before ever.
Is it Bucky O'Hare?
I feel like there was probably a Dragon Spirit race before. I feel like I'm not sure. There might have been a Super Mario Bros. 3 race or two in the past. I don't know if people do that or not, but
I think I've seen a couple of the smaller streamers do it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's really popular in the community, but it seems like a good game. I think it's an up and comer anyway.
Yeah. But well, I'm looking forward to it, and I think we had both talked for the month of February, it's going to be some more. I don't want to say traditional games because I don't know of anybody in the Jank Bros that really races either of the games that we've identified, but they are better known games. But I'm looking forward to March as well. I want to see what you got to surprise me with. Splangy takes a hit, and now he's just a little baby dragon.
The perseverance is here, though. He's working it.
He is.
He just needs a couple of power-ups here, and he's back in business. Oh, no!
Spare the pyramid, Splangy. I'm tempted to tell him to switch to Mario, but I want to see him push through this. I believe in him. So my question is, what game do we need to put on the race to get you racing, Rocket?
Well, I think that's fairly clear. I mean, it is the year of the rabbit.
This is true. So you're thinking Bugs Bunny?
Yeah, no, I was thinking Jazz Jackrabbit.
Okay. There you go.
Obviously. Looks like Quex got the fanfare there with the 3 stars. Love to see it.
Yeah.
Extra credit awarded. It's nice to see Gustavo playing into World 2 here as well.
Yeah, they're just going. I'm curious to see how far they'll play before we end.
Now, this is one that I've never speed run before, but I'm actually looking at getting into some Super Mario Bros. 3 here in the future and just trying Warpless. Again, I don't think it's a very big category. I don't think there's a lot of people that do that, so it's good to get into games that are up and comers like that. But all jokes aside, there's a great community around that, and it looks to be a fun run. But it is long. I don't tend to do games that are an hour, probably much more than an hour for me to finish, just because it's a big commitment to that sort of thing, but. It is a classic game, and everybody seems to love that one for a run.
Yeah, I would agree.
I can't beat Ninja Gaiden, so.
I have never beaten Ninja Gaiden. I tried to play it and was not able to get. I think it was like 6. It was one of the screens on the last level that I couldn't get past it. I want to say it was like the final approach before Jackie O, and I just couldn't get the timing right. And it was like 30 minutes of me dying on that screen, and I was like, you know what? I'm done. But I feel you on the long speed runs. I mean, even obviously, I don't have the patience for it. But even when I did, when I was doing Mega Man was about the longest speed run I could do because I just can't see the people that they like Budsy that will do these hour-long speed runs, and you really don't know until 53 minutes in whether you're going to actually advance or not. Like, I don't have the spirit for that, you know.
Yeah, that you can do everything right, and you can still have the game just throw it in your face by giving you a few hands in the second screen of World 8.
Exactly. You play all the way to the end perfectly, and then you just have something weird happen. Like I've seen him have a great run where he's running and jumping, and then he'll clip and get stuck in the corner of a platform, and it'll slow him down by 2 seconds, and that kills his run. And I would probably break the game if that happened to me. I wouldn't
Now,
be
to
able to
be
handle
fair,
it.
when you get to that level of running, you do have the I mean, by the time you've got there, you must have put a lot of runs in to get to that point. I don't think I'm that good at any particular one game to put myself in where I clip into a platform and it ruins my run. Oh, the chainsaw bear is messaging me, probably telling me that I sound super foreign to me. That's because I'm talking through a phone.
He's on a phone. He's on a phone.
Talking into a pop can with a string. Next month I'll get my headset. I'm sorry.
Joey in Gaming is suggesting speedrun Karate Kid. It's only 5 minutes. And that you want to race Metroid.
Ooh, Metroid. I thought that I didn't like Metroid as much as I did when I went back to play it. You know, I played it a few years ago for the first time. I had Metroid 2 as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But, I've seen a lot of people playing all these games, speedrunning now that I'm on Twitch. And so I went back to NES Metroid there the other day. And it's actually a lot better than I remember. I remember it being really janky and difficult. Now, there's still not very much direction in that game, but it's a lot better than I remember as far as playability goes. And I didn't really see how it spearheaded such a great series as it went on.
Yeah. Well, that's another one I don't think I've ever. I played a lot of the original Metroid as a kid. I really loved it. I'm a big Metroid fan, but never beat the original one. Like you, I had Metroid 2. I beat that one tons of times. I had Super Metroid, obviously, um, and loved that one. But that's I think the only Metroid other than like Metroid Prime, the 3D ones I never fooled with, but of the 2D Metroid games, the only ones that I've never beaten are Dread and the original. So I need to do myself a favor and get good, I guess.
Red was difficult. I won't lie. That there was a couple of points in that had me feeling like I might not finish it, and that just wasn't an option. But yeah, that's a tough game. And the original, I just think that a lot of it's very cryptic. But Rocket is speaking to us from the Green Planet. That's exactly it. I've warped into Bucky O'Hare. I've now got 8-bit sound. Sorry.
Chainsaw's telling me Splangy has a question, so I'm going to jump over real quick, okay?
Sounds
good. Well, he's deafened, so he won't be able to hear me if I go over there.
What's the question he has, Chainsaw Bear? Can we relay that?
So maybe for the next one, we need to just tell them to deafen mute, and we'll be in the channel. And if they have a question, they can undeafen, as opposed to being sequestered in our own little area. What do you think? And we can just
sounds good.
We can just add people to the channel and then take away their permissions afterwards, so you don't worry about random people being like, "Are you guys running a race right now?"
Has that ever happened?
No.
I think I'm the only person who jumps into random channels where people are chatting and says hi to everybody.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to jump into the voice chat, see how I can help Splangy.
Sounds good.
I shall return. I'm not hearing anything from Splangy that sounds like a question, so I'm gonna have to jump back out.
I only need one person. Oh, so volunteered.
All right,
Because that's what he
he's
said.
he's talking to himself. I don't know. I don't know what he's asked, what he's trying to ask. It doesn't sound like a question, so I'm
He
back.
definitely didn't.
All good.
Yeah,
All good.
Because I'm newer in the.
I
Quex
don't
is
know
rolling right
what
along on
we got
mine.
for time allotted to this, but I've got probably about another 10 minutes here until I'm going to have to drop out from commentary.
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
think
I think at this point the race is pretty much over. We've got two completions, one person who's going to play till it ends, and one person who has, I think, bowed out of the race. So that's pretty much it. We're just jamming at this point.
absolutely. Dr. Mario Magmax, I've got some suggestions in chat there of future games for the monthly there. Just kind of asked them what they thought would be good.
Magmax, so not Mad Max. There's something called Magmax. I've never heard of that game before.
I own that one. I haven't played it in a couple of years, but I remember really enjoying that one when I played it. And I seem to recall it was an auto scroller as well, like a shoot 'em up, but I could be wrong.
Okay, but yeah, I know we've obviously anything that people want to suggest, I think we can at least give it a try. Um, I know
Is that
we've
what's going to
talked.
bring the Chainsaw Bear out, Magmax?
Yeah,
Because I
it's
mean, we can put that up for real soon if that's the case.
absolutely.
I know next month's got a beat 'em up in it, so that might interest Chainsaw Bear.
It will. I was talking with you before we started that that's going to be the one that pulls him in. But we've got a little bit of everything. We've even got. I think we had talked about a racing game or two, even like an actual racing game.
Yeah, well, why not? I mean, that's sky's the limit for this, really.
Yeah. All right, he is continuing. But yeah, if you need to jump out, absolutely not an issue. I'm gonna stick around and just chat with people. I'll probably go for the full hour and then end. But I think this was a lot of fun. Obviously, there's some things we can do to fine tune it, but I think we got good bones to what we're trying to do, and I think we got some great games for next
Yeah,
month as well.
I think everything worked out really well as far as syncing as well. I was worried that the streams might come through a little bit delayed there, or be out of sync with each other. But it was shown when we had Darth and Gustavo side by side in the Dragon Spirit level there that they started pretty much the same time. Their frame counters were very close to each other there, so I feel like we've got a pretty good setup for doing another month of this year, no problem.
Oh, Quex is rating in. She is welcome in, Quex and friends. How are you doing? Hopefully you had fun, Quex. I saw you were having some technical difficulties, but it was great having you, and I hope that you enjoyed what you did play, and that you will be up for joining us again in the future.
Yeah, well,
but
come on in, Quack.
but anyway, I'm sorry I cut you off.
Sorry, I just was saying, welcome on in. It's good to see her.
Um,
Good to see our slime pal.
yep. Splangy says that he has cracked the code. I'm watching him right now. I've got his sound up. He says he's cracked the code on the jungle level now.
What I think we're seeing from Darth here in the top corner is going for the SMB3 any percent speed run.
The wrong warp, I think, is what it's called now, right?
Yeah, the wrong warp. Yeah, that's the one.
I have seen him practicing the wrong warp recently on stream, so that would track. Gustavo looks to just be jamming. I'm pretty sure he's already beaten this level once before, and now he's just kind of practicing and playing like for all small percent or something to that effect.
Small percent sounds like a good idea.
I think so. So the theme this month was new beginnings, and I think that we saw that theme in many different forms and flavors today. Um, some intentional and some not so much. But I don't know if we should share the theme now. I don't guess it'll matter. We could share the theme tomorrow. The theme for next month's race will become, or I guess we would be doing it next weekend, right? Because that didn't that what we said, we would share the theme, and then the following week it'll be the games, and then they'll have a week to practice, and then we'll tell them what the
Yes.
actual parameters are. Okay.
Everything you just said, yeah, that's perfect.
So anybody out there who's interested in running these races in the future, we are going to be doing different stuff every month, as you've been hearing us say. We will be trying to do them on the last weekend of the month, unless there's like a holiday or some weirdness. You know, that's going to be the hope, is that it'll be the last Saturday or Sunday of the month, and we will be announcing the theme. So in this case, the theme was New Beginnings. Just gets you thinking about what kind of game are they going to pick, or games are they going to pick. Um, the following week, we announce what the games are, and the players or the racers can start to decide, okay, do I want to actually run this? Do I have this? You know, what do I need to do to get this? And then we give them, you know, a week to play the game just in general and familiarize themselves. And then the week before the actual race, we announce what the specific parameters for the race will be. So you get basically a week to sweat, a week to play for fun, and then a week to practice in earnest for the event. And anybody who's interested, if you're already a member of the Jank Bros, you know we've been chatting this up. If you're not, send me or Rocket Sauna a message. I'm gonna give Rocket a shout out real quick now, so you know who he is. He has been a great co-commentator. He plays Bucky O'Hare. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's interesting. Eh?
That's a new pickup for him.
Yeah, I just discovered that game.
I found 47 copies of it behind the used electronics store in my neighborhood. You would, oh my god, you would be giddy. You would be giddy if you found 50 cartridges of Bucky O'Hare.
Oh my gosh.
You're like,
well, not to mention that game is just a small fortune on its own anyway. I mean, jeez. I'd laminate it. I'd make a signboard that might be my new backdrop for my screen. A bunch of Bucky O'Hare cartridges.
Yeah. Like you see the pictures of the people, they've got like all the $20 bills, and they're like the little money flex. Just have you with like 10 Bucky O'Hare cartridges.
Probably a bigger flex than having the $100 bills, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to drop out here. I want to say thanks to all the racers that came through. Big thanks to Darth Terrell. Big thanks to Gustavo Shrapnel, to Splangy Live, and to Quex RPG for coming through. Big thanks to the Phenomenal Sir for organizing all of this and putting it together. I mean, I was definitely involved in some of the planning, but you picked up a lot of the heavy lifting along the way, and I appreciate that. And I look forward to seeing how everybody feels about next month.
Absolutely. Thank you again for being here, and thank you for helping me work out some of the kinks before we started. I know I told you I'm not big on production values, but having you jump in and chat with me beforehand, I think it definitely made things work out better. So having you here was a definite positive for me, and I hope that you can join us again next month.
Absolutely. Well, I look forward to it, and it's all about helping each other and making it better for everybody. So this is great. Again, thanks everybody, and we'll catch up with you soon.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. Take care.
All right. Let's jump over to the races.
All the green guy now. This switching.
May I speak? Darth Terrell.
Yo.
I don't know if you saw my message, but congrats on second place. It was hard fought.
It was a blast. Dragon Spirit is one mean game if you lose your power up. Let me tell you what.
We had that exact conversation. I will have you know that you and Gustavo, I don't know if this will make you feel better or worse. You and Gustavo were within 1 second of each other until level 4.
Oh wow,
Like
that's crazy.
we were literally like sitting here looking like, okay, wait, how did that island show up for him first? Who saw that enemy first? Like we could not figure out who was ahead for a good chunk of that.
Nice.
Splangy is having some
So
difficulties right
exciting
now.
for a bit there, yeah.
Splangy got to the end of 3. He had a little bit of difficulty. He got to World 3 around the time Gustavo finished Dragon Spirit. And he did not know he could use continues, so he started over from the beginning. So he is now saying he's gonna beat the game no matter what.
I'm laughing because I'm doing it too.
Hey, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad it didn't come to that because I got to 0 lives left, and I thought I was about to continue as well. Just got wrecked as that baby blue dragon, I tell you what. Especially when you're green dragon and then you hit a power up and all of a sudden you're the worst possible form of whatever you can be.
Oh yeah.
Power up ever.
There was a point when Gustavo had the triple-headed green dragon, and I think you might have had it as well, and then you got the pink dragon, and I was like, oh.
I guess it's a good thing because I did hear your comments there, Terrell. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like relaxing, and you like talk, and I was just like, all right, my nerves are like up there, and I was like, hearing you talk, I'm like, all right, this is actually calming me down for whatever reason. But then I heard you like you took a death of like I think the 5th or 4th stage, which I guess helped me because my Super Mario 3 game was trash. And I died twice in level 1-1.
Yep.
So when I died, was I allowed to continue when it said Gold Dragon?
No. So that was what we were saying beforehand. Was you have to beat that first stage with the snake lady. You have to beat her without dying, and that will start Blue Dragon mode. After that, you can die as much as you want and just use continues. But when you came in and you had the Gold Dragon, that was when I jumped in your chat and I was like, you need to reset. And I don't know if you saw it or not.
I did see the without dying, so I restarted the game.
Yeah.
And then I was just confused.
Well.
But I would have been just as crappy at the game anyways. It's not because of that. It's not because of the flashes. I stopped because of the flashes, but that's not.
And I didn't even think about warning you for that for the enemies. The flashing enemies are the ones that drop the power ups, and I didn't even think about that messing with your audio visual stuff.
That's all right.
So that's on me.
Because I can choose when to keep going and stop. But I still did Mario Brothers to at least be in the spirit of it.
Yeah. And funnily enough, Gustavo and Darth are both playing Ninja Gaiden now, so it's like you guys are still racing in a different game.
Funny. That's the corner like, oh, this is different.
I'm just doing some low percent practice because I was telling I think it was in KB's chat last night. I was like, I want to have a low percent submitted run in February.
Okay. Well,
low percent is you don't get any of the sub weapons, or you can't get them. You can't kill any enemies with them, or get any health or the art of fire or fire shield.
Well, as it is,
I kept leaving chat. I kind of have trouble sometimes with Discord.
No, you're fine. But as it is, there was a little bit of jank on our end. I think we'll definitely fine tune it. Hopefully, you guys will consider coming back next month. It's going to be, I promise, no auto scrollers next month. It'll be 2 different games, and we'll do the same thing we did this month, where we'll let people know what the theme is, and then the next week we'll tell you the games, and then a week before the race we'll tell you the parameters. I think that you guys will be intrigued by these games. Like, we tried to pick games that people for this. I'm sorry.
You already got it picked out? I said selected. I'm going to say picked out.
Yeah. We've already picked them out. Rocket and I have a list of about 70 Nintendo games. It's going to be all NES games for the first year because that's what most people have access to, and we're going to do 2 a month hopefully, and we're not going to do any repeats. So we're gonna try to not just do terrible stuff. Like we were saying, we did one janky game and one good game this month. Next month is going to be a couple of good games because we couldn't find a janky game that fit our theme. But Rocket says he's already got something cool in mind for March, so we'll see what happens there.
Oh, sweet. I'm always down as long as I'm free, for sure.
Absolutely.
I can't promise that I haven't played. I mean, well, I can't promise that I haven't played it. There isn't a game that I haven't played since we've gone through more than double the NES library counting homebrews. But I've only speed run about 300 of them, so there's probably a few that I've never even practiced. Like Dragon Spirit.
Sorry. Sloth Bear Super Mario PhD or whatever that is. I wouldn't get through the first jump in that.
Oh, hello, Sophie. I missed you. I'm sorry. Thank you for the explanation there, Rocket. As far as Darth and Gustavo go, I'm gonna message you both later about prize stuff. And then for Quex, I guess it's just a matter of if Splangy finishes or not. Maybe y'all will share third place if neither one of you finished. But I'll let y'all know what's up about that separately. And I really appreciate you all being here. I'm glad that you guys had fun, and I'm glad that it wasn't a total fail. I'm really grateful to Rocket for helping me put this together. I know he's got a lot of stuff going on, but he found the time to help me. And even like right before we got started, we were working out some stuff. So we had a good. I think we had a good product for me having never done this before.
You know, even though I struggled, and I'm not talking about gameplay because that's just normal for me, but like the sensory part, I had a lot of fun. Glad I did it. I'll do it again.
Well, I'm glad. So we're coming up on 1 hour now. So I'm gonna give you guys all a shout out, and when we hit the 1 hour mark, I think I'm gonna raid over to Splangy, and we'll cheer him on for
cool.
Heck yeah.
for that. And in the meantime, I'm gonna jump out of here and just thanks again, you guys. It was fun, and I'll be messaging you separately in the near future. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you for hosting.
Later.
Appreciate it. I'm on fun. Thanks.
All right, y'all. So that was Darth Terrell, Splangy. Well, Splangy's still here. Splangy Live, Quex P, Gustavo. We're gonna give everybody a shout out. They are still Darth Terrell and Gustavo, as you can see, are still streaming. They're both doing some Ninja Gaiden practice. Quex is, I think, done for now. But we're going to go raid Splangy. So if you don't already, give everybody in here a follow. They're all wonderful people. There's not a lot I can say other than just they're awesome. They're all very different streamers that all came together for a very unusual event, and we very much appreciate them. So one last shout out for Rocket Sauna, who was a fantastic commentator. I'm feeling a little under the weather, so he definitely helped me out a little bit with the heavy lifting on the commentary and stuff. But this has been fun. We're going to go to a goodbye screen, and then we are going to raid. So you're about to see the screen have a hard time, but that has been the first official Jank Bros Retro Race. Hopefully the first of many. I will be back on Monday with an 8-hour stream of Serious Sam celebrating 2 years of streaming, followed by my normal Rings of Power Monday stream. So thank you all for being here one last time. And until next time, stay healthy, stay safe out there, y'all. Later.
Phenomenal, sir, with a big old raid. Oh, the music race is over.